Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our brilliant Theme Hospital Let's Play. We're finishing off level 4, well not at the moment anyway, once I load the save, because we didn't quite manage to do part 4 in one go, which is a bit of a pity, but never mind. It's just the editing might be a bit strange. I might have to like partition part 4 into 2 and part 5 into 2 and so on and so forth, but I think we've pretty much done it really. All we need to do, apart from treating this emergency right here, I think... Is it just we need... Yeah, it's just the cash flow, isn't it?
Yeah, we are doing pretty well.
Yeah, we've already paid off our overdraft.
Yes.
Oh, no, we haven't.
No.
we've got to pay that off.
Yeah.
Pay the overdraft off, and then we're all done, really. Transparency. Licking the yogurt from the foil of tops of open pots. Flesh is rendered Is that what happens when you when you lick the lid? Oh.
Hasn't happened to me before. Have you experienced something like that?
Oh, good. Oh dear. I think it might be a good idea. Get this all clear. Well, I think they've already got it on their hands on top of it. One of my doctors has become a consultant. Oh, he's not a surgeon. No. Oh. I don't think it matters now at this point. I think we've succeeded in what we needed to do.
Do you need another surgeon?
Lazy and badly motivated, ardent train wreck. Wow. What does he do? Deliberately crash them or something? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we don't need any more staff really. We've got a good reputation and like we've treated enough patients. It's just cash flow at the moment.
Yeah.
Just let it do its thing really. Speed it up a little bit. Scan has been enhanced by the research department. Promoted to psychiatrist, nice. So
Yeah.
I guess it's that guy there. I think must be.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll turn into a surgeon. That'll be really useful, and I can train more doctors in the meantime. Could put it on 5 if I wanted to, even faster than that. Nah, that's a bit too quick. Let's leave it on 3. I think that's plenty.
Yeah, here one of the doctors has become a surgeon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There he is. Awesome. There we go. If you can get one of them with all 3 skills, turn him into a he's a consultant. Yes, he is.
Yes.
So he can train doctors now. That's awesome.
How awesome it would be if you could take him to the next level.
Yes. And I think the next level is going to be rather difficult because they start playing around with the scenarios a little more. I remember a level where like you start off with 3 consultants from the get-go, but those are the only 3 that you have. You get 1 psychiatrist, 1 surgeon, and 1 researcher. So you've got to train them straight away. So build a training room straight away and then train them, because I think only juniors are available. Oh, that's just typical, isn't it? Consultant surgeon.
Yeah.
That's just typical. That is. I might hire him just because it's useful to have. Yeah, why not? Cash flow's alright now. Have we got everything on 105%? No. Oh, it's got a bad. It's not a brilliant reputation. I might reduce the charge for that one. Get more people in.
Yeah.
There we go, everything's at 105%. What about research? Have we done... Oh no, we still haven't done all the research yet. That makes sense because we are on a more difficult level after all, so...
Yeah.
Might want to... I think that's a nice balance, actually. Improve the drugs. Discovered new condition, its invisibility. Bitten by a radioactive and invisible ant. Patients suffer no discomfort. Indeed, many use the condition to play practical jokes on their families. A colourful liquid drink in the pharmacy soon restores the See, that's quite... We've only researched that just recently. That's crazy, that is.
Yeah.
It's always invisibility. I think I've said this in part 3. Invisibility is always the one that causes me problems. Even though it's one of the most common ones, it takes ages to research it properly and properly treat it. So it's always a bit of a pig. But there you go.
how many patients with invisibility have we killed so far?
What, through the whole Let's Play or just in...
Yeah.
Probably about 8 or 9. Someone in the
Yeah.
comments will probably know, like, oh, you've killed 25. Oh, really? Don't come to our hospital. I wouldn't recommend it, folks. for that particular treatment, I think I should say. Yeah, you're buggering off now. You're like, as soon as someone arrives, he leaves. I'm going to toilet. I'm going to toilet. Consultant site, he's heading there. We've got plenty of doctors, but we don't think we need to worry about it anymore. Oh, slack tongue. They're pretty awesome. It's pretty brutal actually how they get treated.
Yeah.
Completely slice the tongue off. Ouch.
There's someone sitting in the training room just
sit.
health.
Oh,
yeah.
I've got to wait for the
Yeah,
consultant
from the
to come
consultant,
back.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh, it's the one with all 3, isn't it? Where's he gone? He's in the staff room. Most likely. Oh, he's in the psychiatry. What is he doing in there?
Why not?
Oh, I don't.
He's a psychiatrist after all.
That is true. He's a jack of all trades,
Yeah.
as it were. Yeah, I don't really have to do this, but I like to keep the staff happy, and why not? The reception, that's really odd. That is, I can't see why not the receptionist shouldn't deteriorate in happiness. That doesn't quite make sense to me, but it's one less thing to worry about. But why wouldn't the receptionist get fed up with her job and like want a pay rise every now and then? That doesn't make sense to me.
Especially since the handyman do.
Yeah, the handy. Yeah, makes yeah. It is a bit odd. I don't know what enhanced means. It improves it. I don't know whether that means like the machinery
Maybe breaks down less often. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably it doesn't break. I don't think I've shown this before, have I? This, when you click on a bit of hardware, the machinery, that's the amount of times it's been used, and that's like its health. So if it gets to a certain point, you can either replace the hardware outright just by buying a brand new one, or getting the handyman to replace it. In later levels, where earthquakes are frequent, it makes it. You have to really keep a big eye on your machines. It really does make it. It is a huge problem. Oh dear. He's gone.
Oh, yeah.
What was the diagnosis? Does the ability of the nurse or doctor affect the effectiveness of a treatment? Do you know? I would have thought it did. So if you've got like a really powerful nurse, one with a really high ability, does that mean like the treatment is less likely to fail, or does it really matter? I'm not sure on that one.
I mean,
I know it affects the running speed. I know that.
Yes. I was just about to say that, but I'm not sure. Okay.
It would make sense if it did. We got 2,000 from that VIP there, so that's lovely. We're paying off our loan step by step, so there's a bit of sick there, so you might want to clean it up. Yep, he's on the ball. How have people feel? Is it? Yeah, that's about right. That's nice and balanced, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Thirst levels just it's not too hot, not too cold. That's about right. I'm happy with that. There's only so much you can do. Like, it's inevitable that patients are going to litter and throw up everywhere. You can maintain it. That's the best you can do. You just got to keep an eye on it. That's all you can do. But of course, if it is too hot, too cold, they will throw up more frequently. So it's best to keep an eye on it. You can't like leave a hospital running for half an hour without looking at it, because like you end up with a hospital just sick everywhere. As happened to me years and years ago. Like practically the whole place was just plastered.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. GP's office is through that 3 miles of sick over there.
Yeah. Especially if you have more parts of the hospital and you neglect one of them or something.
Yes. But now it's now we got the scroll feature. Oh, I didn't think it went out that far. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
so we can see the entire hospital. This wasn't a feature in the original game. I like to stress this. I'm glad that we didn't really need this bit of land. We can buy it if we want to, but we don't need to. The hospital's efficient enough as it is. Some people like buy all the bits at once, but like if you don't need it, don't buy the space, because money does become more of a problem later on in the game. So that is a tip I would recommend. I think this is the default zoom, and they've done a really good job of not making it too jaggy as soon as you get close in. They've done a really good job with that. Really cool. Because it couldn't have been easy to effectively like rebuild the graphics to make it work in a modern way like that. That's really cool. I really like that.
Yeah.
The Cool 6 team. Hats off to you guys. Oh, there he is. Consultant researcher site. Where's he going? Oh, he's going to the GP's office. Yeah, that's why it's always good to have loads of spare surgeons knocking around. So they just like there he is. There he is.
We have plenty of surgeons, I believe.
Now we don't. We do now. Now we've trained a bunch of them, and like more of them are available.
5 or something, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the skill that's the most scarce, I find. The one that surgeons, psychiatrists, the second most important, and researchers not the most important, because like they don't have to treat people. They're important, but you can research stuff. But psychiatrist and surgeons are the more important of the 3 skills, because they treat more people. So it's a bit of a balance you've got to try and find there. We don't need any more staff, really.
No.
Speed up a bit. This is at 5. Just speed it through. And we're treating people, so that's good.
Oh, emergency.
Ooh, uncool 9. Yeah, let's go for it. 9. When it gets into double figures, can't speak. Double figures. Sorry, it does become rather tricky. So 9 is like starting to get to the threshold where, like, if it's something like 15 or 16, I wouldn't even try it, because it's
you would
far
have to have 2 pharmacies at least.
Yeah, yes, that's a good point. But then again, I don't know how. Slow it down a bit. At least in the original game, I find that even if you have more facilities, they still all go to the same pharmacy. So I don't know whether like the pathfinding has been fixed in this version of this new updated version of Theme Hospital. Hopefully they have, but I remember the old game having a problem with that. So even if you do,
to be honest.
Even if you did have 2 pharmacies, they'd still all crowd to go to the same one. I don't think there is a way where, at least I don't think there is anyway. Like, I don't think there is a way where you can transfer patients from another room to another one. I don't think that's possible. I might be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think that's actually a thing that you can do, unfortunately. But as I say, with this new Theme Hospital fan-made build, they're adding really cool features to it all the time, so that might be a thing they're bringing later on. Because I believe that once it reaches like the full version, they will start adding more stuff where like they can do more things with graphics and I think they're adding multiplayer support later on down the line, which would be awesome. So that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Multiplayer the hospital. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't know how true that is, but I think that's a feature they're bringing in at some point later on down the road. And there we go. We've paid off our loan. Policy. Yeah, we need. Should not be less than 50 grand. Crikey! Wow.
Well, it's almost the end of the year, so hopefully we'll get a bit of some extra money rewards.
Yeah, we should do. We sold a lot of Kit Kat drinks anyway.
Yeah.
And we've killed a lot of people. We'll get an award for that as well. Cure count 124.
Yeah, nice.
It's always a default value, like whatever. It doesn't matter if they're there in the game or not.
Yeah.
Now, so I think it does. Unfortunately, it does make the game a little bit easier because the other hospitals aren't fully implemented into the game yet. We basically get all the patients, so it does. At the moment, the game is easier than it would be on default difficulty. But as I say, I think most of the main features are intact. It's just a lot of the extra superfluous stuff isn't in there yet. Yeah, we sold a lot of drinks. Awesome. for treating nearly all the patients in the hospital.
Nearly.
Not nearly. Yeah, we had no choice. A couple of them left, didn't they,
Yeah.
in the early game, didn't they? Because we didn't have the machines.
Yeah.
Squeaky clean. No, we had a clean hospital, so that's good. Deaths to a minimum. Cures to death ratio. That's pretty much the same thing, but we get these nice rosette things. Those are cool. And we got 20 grand,
Nice.
so all we got to do is just wait for that to hit 50 grand, and then it'll take us to level 5.
Yes. Here's that tune I like and everybody else hates. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't stand it anymore. I just turn it off. And yeah, this is obviously based on an American hospital because, look, of course, like people have to pay for their treatment, so which makes sense. If it was an NHS hospital, it would probably be more around. I guess the politics around, like trying to find the funding to treat patients and stuff. So you have to like balance the book. I never really look at these screens, to be honest, like these.
Yeah.
Because this is the stuff that we actually have to pay, and we've got no choice about that. But I never really pay attention to it. Like the larger, the larger the hospital, the more that we have to pay insurance. You've got no choice about that, and I like how it makes up the names of the insurance companies, and that's a good feature as well. It's now we've got into this screen, it pauses the game automatically.
Yeah.
It never used to do that. It used to just keep on moving. Yeah, that's cool.
VIP, well, why not?
That's a really nice fit. That's a nice touch they've added in there, because like it's possible. You know, when I went onto that like pay the wages screen, if you take too long, they'll just leave, even if you decide to upgrade their wages. So you have to be quick.
Oh, yeah.
So that has happened to me before, but now that the game pauses automatically, that is a nice feature. Yeah. Why not? Who cares? I always upgrade my wages on there, so especially since cash flow's no longer a problem now.
Yeah. A few more months and we should
be
50,000, yeah.
We'll be all good to go. Yeah, I think we've got this pretty much licked. This hospital, it's all nice and clean.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
have been treated. The handymen are keeping an eye on like the sick on the floor. No litter anywhere.
And just the dollar bills like flying around all the time. Yeah.
Just that crazy dollar bills. We've researched everything now, I believe. Yep. So we don't really need the research department anymore, really. But at this point, we don't need the space anymore, really. We've got plenty, so we'll just let it carry on.
1 more month, I guess. 2 at most.
2 at the most, yeah.
Come on.
You couldn't play the game on like this speed. It's too quick. I only use it to pass time. Spare ribs, yeah, why not?
1 person.
2,000.
Yes.
Excellent. So that's the high. I think they've improved the way that VIPs actually now like whether they give you rewards or not, because I think back in the old days when the original theme hospital, I think it was more based on whether or not the VIP could see doctors actually working in the rooms. But so if for example, even if your hospital's very well done, and even if the VIP saw nobody in the rooms, it was it would still give you a low score, even though your reputation's really high. But now I think they've changed it, so it's based on how well the whole thing is run overall, which is a lot better, because I don't think of it. I think every single time we've had a VIP, they've given us 2,000, haven't they? Really, as far as I can remember. So I think that's the highest you can get. So it feels a lot more fairer to me, because we've got like a really nice hospital. this point, it would be a good idea to get another GP's office, but since we're near the end, there's no point now. And they're treating them pretty quick as well, so the hospital's too hot apparently now. He's just standing in a pool of sick. Yep.
Yep.
I think we've got to get to the end of the year before it, or does it automatically?
No, I don't think so. Everything's okay.
Yeah, we've done all the win criteria, so I think any time now, really, it will give us the ability to carry on. It's always there. I don't know why. Is it because like there's a radiator there? Maybe I'll just get rid of that. Is it because it's too hot?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. That's really odd. It's always that square.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always there. It's never spread. Yeah, it's round
here.
Yeah, there again. There's a bench there. What are you doing? There's benches. Unless they're... Oh, I don't know. Is there any room for more benches? Just take a seat for crying out loud. And I'll take that one out as well. There we go.
Yes.
You're vastly successful during your tenure at this hospital. To this end, we predict... Blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is level 5. Okay, I'm going to pull... Okay, this is the one I was talking about. Okay, so you will have a busy hospital dealing with a wide variety of cases. Your doctors are fresh from med school, so it's going to be vital to build a training room to train them to acceptable levels. Yeah, this is the one where you start off with 3 consultants. This is a tricky level. You only have 3 consultants to help teach your inexperienced staff, so keep them happy. Note too that the hospital's foundations straddle the San Android geological fault. Do you mean the San Andreas fault in California? I don't know why they couldn't call it the San Andreas fault. It's not like the name's copyrighted, is it? The place. Anyway, there's a ever-present risk of earthquakes. They will cause significant damage. Oh man,
yeah.
The earthquakes are a problem. Okay. Disrupt the smooth running of your hospital. Get your reputation up to the 400. That's like in the red. So I've always been in green, so reputation's not a problem. Also cure 200 patients. It's not... as long as we be careful about this, we'll leave it... Okay, so we better not dawdle.
Yeah.
I'll have the training route. I want to pause it first of all. Let's think about this carefully. Okay, so that's our main room. The helipad is there, so we're going to want the pharmacy there and the, I think...
Operating
Can you see
theatre?
that okay?
Yeah.
Operating theatre there, yes. So we want the ones that emergency dependent there along that row and this row here. And what bits of land have we got? No, that's
yeah, I have to...
Oh, sorry. I want to check the... Oh, you can't check it while it's paused. Ah, sneaky game.
Okay.
So we've got 5 pieces of land to play with. So probably next, I'll probably go for the once we need it. That is, I think we'll probably go for that one at the top because which one's the closest? Oh no, it's going to be that one there, isn't it? Closest to the helipad.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go for that one next. Okay, so I've got a rough idea of what I want to do.
This area is actually quite big compared to the starting
It's
the hospital in the previous level.
It is, yes.
That's pretty okay, yeah.
Okay, training. I'm going to put it... I think I'm just going to have it there, that way I can build a couple of things here. Well, I'll just have a really long
that's okay.
room.
Yeah, you can put plenty of
Plenty of
tables,
chairs in there.
desks there. Okay.
And we definitely have a bookcase and a skeleton in there.
Yeah, lecture chairs.
About 6, I think, will be plenty. Bookcase.
Do you have such chairs in your school?
Yes. Not so much now because they tend to take up a lot of space. Over here, we tend to have like large lecture halls where like it's like there's rows of people, rows of chairs where you can sit down on, and like it's like I don't know whether you've been to an auditorium where like there's loads of rows of chairs where it goes up a level. You have to go up a bunch of stairs and then go to another row.
Of course.
Like in a cinema,
Yes,
sort of thing.
we have them at my university.
That's more of a common format that we have, because like these like old desk chairs, they're not very common anymore. I find, at least where I. So
he's great.
Turn him into a all-encompassed. Yeah, he's good. I'll have him.
You want to hire that researcher?
Oh, should we train him up? Should we just train a bunch of juniors? That would be a good idea, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I just think that such chairs are really uncomfortable. We have a few. I have only sat at them a few times, but they just seem so inconvenient.
Yes, they are. That is a very good point.
That's why I'm really surprised at how often I see them on TV and here as well.
Yes, that's true. That's very true, actually. I think should we have 2 GP's office here, like we did last time?
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. I was interrupting you there. What were you saying about like lecture chairs and stuff like that?
Yeah, nothing special. I just think that they are not very convenient.
No, not really. They're kind of they're cool. They're a nice but you don't see them very often anymore. At least where at like our schools and universities, they tend to be like relegated to like places. They just put them into storage a lot of time. Like you find them occasionally, but they're really like all broken up and everything, which is a shame. But they tend to what we tend to just use now is just standard chairs and tables. That's what we use now.
Yeah.
So it's probably more cost effective for the school as well when they do it like that as well. Oh yes, I think it would be a good idea to have at least researching stuff at the moment.
Yeah,
probably.
We have a researcher. So
yeah, I
he
think
just working on something right away.
Yeah. No, we need 3, don't we? 2 desks. Yeah. Oh, you're joking. I haven't got the radiator. We can cram in there, but they're gonna have to make do without a plant. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. Okay, at least we've got one. We'll worry about researchers later on, but at least we've got a head start on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have the most important ones first. I think an operating theatre will be good in this corner because we've got more room this side than that side.
Yes,
and then
it needs to be quite big. Yeah.
About... I don't mind it making a bit too big if we can make it sit flush and make better use of the space. Then we have another...
Maybe general diagnosis there?
General diagnosis there, and that way we can have chairs along the middle. Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, I always build on that level like 1 speed, because if you have it too quick, you're going to be in serious trouble.
Yeah.
Put that there. Okay, so we've only got 1 surgeon. We'll worry about that later. Let's hang on. Hang on. Let's have it. What? There's at least 1 good nurse in there.
Yeah. You can maybe build a ward next to the operating theatre.
Yes, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Lovely.
Perfect. Yes.
No, we don't want it there because it's going to be very cramped, isn't it? Because we'll have it there. Or should we have it opposite? Because that's the smallest size that you can have, but you probably want a bigger. No, yeah, we move it over there. Or should we have it? No, it's not going to work, is it? No, we can stretch it out though this way.
Yeah.
It's not going to sit flush, but at least.
Yeah, Yeah, it should be okay. You could build a few smaller rooms across the operating theater and the ward.
Yeah,
maybe
yes.
pharmacy. Yeah, definitely pharmacy. Maybe I don't know. Psychiatry, maybe.
Maybe can we get away with one more bed?
Yes.
Yeah, 5 is plenty. 5's beds, I think, is good enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's next door to that, the operating theatre. That's where you want it, because that way. Then got the GP's office, the general diagnosis.
Maybe there. Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not going to be much. There's not going to be much traffic there, though, is there? Because
no.
It would be fine there. It'll be a bit cramped, but
it's okay.
General diagnosis. Okay. Psychiatric. Yeah. Well, the psychiatric. I think like we'll have one more room maybe, and then like we'll have to expand.
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Yeah, no, we'll put the pharmacy there first. We definitely want that first.
Although you might want to put
pharmacy and inflation here. That way we won't got 2 rooms.
Because the operating theater is slightly smaller than the ward.
Right.
So you might want to put something bigger there. Okay.
Is the pharmacy? Do you reckon the pharmacy is okay there, or do you reckon it should be over here?
I would put it there where you're just.
It's okay there. Do you reckon?
You were just pointing
there
across ward.
Oh right,
Maybe.
Right opposite
because
it.
It's smaller. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. Can you make it even smaller?
Yeah, we can make. That's the smallest we can have it.
Yeah.
I don't want to cause. Yeah, I think about there. That way, patients have got room to move around. About there. Do you say I put the door there?
Yeah, that would work.
It's just like it's tricky because I don't want to put too much strain on the corridors, as I say, because there's going to be a lot of foot traffic, especially around here. So. Should we what should we put next to the pharmacy? The psychiatric? Would that be a good idea?
Yes.
Or should we leave that room there for like all the diagnosis rooms? Or would that cause too much traffic?